So big news coming out of the Middle East, which is wonderful.
Fabulous.
Those hostages are hopefully getting set free. When is that supposed to happen?
They're done. They're back.
Is it back?
All the living hostages are back in Israel.
Oh, wonderful.
And with their families.
Wonderful.
It's great. I mean, if you see any of the videos, it's just tear jerking. It's so great to see these people reunited after 2 years.
It's a beautiful thing, and the humanitarian aid, which is also
should be rolling in.
Also necessary, should be there.
Yeah.
As we speak. Probably it's nighttime there. So if it's not there, it'll be there. And it's like Amazon. If we ordered it on Amazon,
right, it would have been delivered.
It'd be there. So
it's a good thing.
So I mean, this is a good thing. How long do you think this is going to last?
It's going to be difficult to say because the Palestinians that are returning back to Gaza, because they got chased out 3 or 4 different times, and they get north, go south, go left, go right. There was no place to go. They're all coming back, and it's a rubble field. I don't know how many habitable buildings there are in Gaza right now. In all candor, the whole place got bombed into rubble. So these people are coming back. It's going to take a long time and a lot of money to rebuild this, and I'm hoping that the Gulf states which are sitting on more money than anybody else on the planet, will pony up a lot of this and help their landsmen go out and do this. But it's going to take time. It's also going to take time for the hostages to return to be acclimated. Some of the Palestinians that were released got into, I think they were returned to the West Bank. I don't know if it was back to Gaza per se. And a lot of them found out that some of their family members were killed in bombings and by the IDF. So it's bittersweet across the board regardless.
Now, how horrible would that be that you get released and then you don't have a family to go back to?
Correct.
I mean, that would be just awful.
Devastating. Yeah.
And now
because they don't know leaving
No, they were in a blackout, I'm sure. Yeah. And now they're waiting for the bodies of the maybe it's 24, something like that. I'm not sure what the exact number is, of deceased hostages to be returned to Israel.
Yes.
And that's slow in coming, but that will happen as well, because I'm sure that's a criteria.
I do have a number for that. I believe so far 4 out of the 24 you mentioned have already been returned.
Correct.
So still holding on 20 right now, I believe.
And I got to give Donald Trump an awful lot of credit for being quasi-superhuman on this, and the fact that got up this morning, got on a plane, flew to Israel, spoke in front of the Knesset, went over to Egypt, got every world leader that was interested in it up on the stage. And just as a note, one woman, the Prime Minister of Italy, thank you very much, as that a lead in for you, was the only woman on the stage, which I found interesting.
It's not the first time women didn't want to be around Donald Trump.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And she's a tiny little thing, Giorgia Meloni.
Yeah.
Just little woman, but she's very powerful in her country. Good for her. And then he got on the plane and he came back to Washington. So I hope he sleeps well on a plane, because that was one long day for Mr. Trump.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty comfy bed there.
Oh yeah, it's cushy. It's cushy.
It's good.
But you know what?
Even I could probably sleep on that plane.
Yeah, I would think so.
I don't sleep on planes very well, but
And when you're on a flight and the pilot says, "Yeah, we're going to look for some smooth air," I'm pretty sure the pilots on Air Force One only find smooth air.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? He deserves credit. He deserves a victory lap. If this thing holds, he'll deserve a lot more accolades. Now the question is, can they put some more muscle in back of the Abraham Accords and get a couple of more countries in supporting that? And then where do you go with the peacekeeping force?
Yeah.
And
here's the thing. With this coming to a very, seems like at least a slowdown. We're not going to call it, because we don't know. Because time in this situation, it seems to fluctuate like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So we don't know how long it's going to hold. Does he now turn his focus towards Russia and the Ukraine at this point? Because I think he's made some headway there.
Yes.
If he really wants his peace prize, and that one.
And because I believe there are reports that Zelensky's going to be at the White House again on Friday.
There you go. That's kind of the way he works. It's like, all right, I got the momentum.
Right. Yeah.
I got the momentum right now. And he calls these guys in and goes, look, this is what I did over here. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
All right. You guys want your aid? You want your help? we're here to help, but both of you got to play
Right.
nice and get your shit together.
Yeah, my fear in the Middle East is the fact that there are probably some factions on both sides that are not happy about this, that Israel didn't go in and finish the job on the Israeli side, that the Hamas had to, in theory, disarm and relinquish their weapons. So my fear is that you're going to get some independent actor that's going to go in there and just screw something up.
Yeah.
You know, so they've got to be very careful to
You'll
define
have your
who's-
James Woke boost out there.
Right.
You know.
So they've got to be able to define where problems are coming from and realize that they may not be state sponsored. They may be, you know, individuals or splinter groups or malfeasance in that fashion. So
Yeah. So, good job. Hopefully this sticks.
if it holds,
And then now
yep,
let's focus on the Ukraine and Russia
Yeah.
and get everything stable there.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have flip flopper.
So in theory, India and Pakistan are, you know, playing sort of nice, sort of nice. Pakistan is giving Trump a lot of credit. India's going, he really didn't have anything to do with any of this. So that's going back.
Well,
but now,
India doesn't need the U.S. money.
right.
Pakistan does.
Oh, yeah.
So
And the guy from Pakistan said, and again, I'm nominating him for the Nobel Peace Prize. He said that today. But now you got Pakistan and the Taliban going at it on their border.
Yeah.
So the Taliban and Pakistan are fighting now.
Yeah. So
It's nuts. Why can't we all just get along? Seriously, stop killing people.
it's power, religion, and money.
It
Yeah.
is. It
So
is.
power, religion, and money,
Yeah.
and that's what it always is.
Yeah.
Well, you got Blake.
I got none of them, so don't worry about me.
Yeah, I definitely will. I definitely hope like this holds up. But I know like no one wants to see like this conflict continue on any longer. But however, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not gonna give like an exact time frame, but I do believe if the nationalists like that are currently in the Israeli cabinet right now, or like their version of the cabinet, are still there. So I definitely do see I do see like Israel still being like an aggressor towards still seeing like Hamas and Gaza as equal.
I think whoever acts first, Trump is going to come down hard on him.
Yes,
because it's going to
100%.
make him look bad,
Right.
and the man doesn't like to look bad. And his ego really, so whoever hiccups, Trump's going to come down on him, and I think he's going to come down on him really hard.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, but I think that's good that he has this personality in this situation, and hopefully they understand that this is, you know, the individuals, like you said, individual fractions. You're not going to be able to stop those.
Right.
But if some of these big people, like the leaders of Hamas or the leaders of Israel, do something in that kind of action,
That'll be problematic.
that's done. They're cut off. I mean, you know,
Right.
he'll say, "I did what I could. Now you made me take a different act," and he will take a different action.
Well, that's we talked about that last week. You know, I said he really carries a big stick, and then by that same token can be beneficent. You know, he uses the carrot and the stick better than anybody in modern history that I can think of.
Yeah.
He frightens the shit out of people with tariffs, with bombing raids, threats of military intervention, and any other weapon at his disposal. But he also then says, "But would you like to buy our AI chips?
Yeah.
And how else may we help you and
Yeah,
and
he
get your
rewards.
economy going?"
He rewards.
Right.
He rewards the loyalty that comes to him.
Right. And he,
So-
you know, and he's pretty good at that. I'll
And
give him
that's-
credit for
and
that.
That's also from the business world. Like you do that so that you can move to the next deal.
Right.
And hopefully this next deal is Ukraine and Russia.
Right. Because if you just have the big stick without the carrot, it's not good. It doesn't work to lasting anything.
And I can tell you right now, India, I guarantee you, they might be saying that what they're saying, but they need the United States trade, because they are right now a powerhouse in trade and in the world. Take the U.S. economy out of that, then they're not as they're nowhere. They drop from like being number 3 or 4 down to 7 or 8, and that's a huge jump. So they're not
right,
going
because then they'd be below California.
They might not be falling over themselves,
Right.
but they're not doing anything to hurt themselves either. So.